I only won 7 league titles. It should have been 14 because the others were stolen from us. That sentence came directly from the mouth of Florentino Perez during his latest press conference in the middle of one of Real Madrid's most chaotic seasons in recent years. Instead of apologizing after failing to win La Liga, being eliminated from the UEFA Champions League, and being humiliated by Barcelona and El Clasico, Perez instead exploded in front of the media. He attacked journalists, mentioned a supposed conspiracy against Madrid, brought up the Negreira case once again, and even challenged anyone who wanted to remove him to run against him in club elections. What was originally expected to be a crisis clarification conference instead turned into something that looked more like a war speech. Madrid's situation itself is already exploding internally. Rumors of player conflicts continue to emerge, ranging from tension involving Kylian Mbappe to a heated clash between Federico Valverde and Aurelien Tchouameni. Meanwhile, the future of Alvaro Arbeloa as head coach continues to be questioned. But in the middle of all that chaos, Perez delivered a press conference filled more with attacks and self-defense than actual solutions. So in today's video, we're going to break down Florentino Perez's explosive rant that made Real Madrid even more chaotic. Perez suddenly announces club elections during the crisis. One of the most shocking moments from the press conference came when Florentino Perez suddenly announced new Real Madrid board elections. The surprising part is that Perez had only recently been re-elected in 2025 for another 4-year term. Yet unexpectedly, he decided to move the elections forward 3 years earlier than planned. The decision immediately raised huge questions among the Spanish media and public. Many people believe the move was not really about club democracy, but rather an attempt by Perez to strengthen his legitimacy amid growing pressure after Madrid's disastrous season. What made the atmosphere even heated was the way Perez delivered the announcement. In a sarcastic tone, he said, "I'm sorry because I will not resign." That statement instantly went viral on social media and was interpreted as a direct attack on those demanding his resignation. Perez also challenged his critics to officially run against him in the elections, instead of moving in the shadows. This statement showed the president feels under attack from multiple directions, both inside and outside the club. Interestingly, since 2013, Perez has always been elected unopposed as Real Madrid president. That is why this sudden announcement only strengthened rumors of a civil war. Florentino Perez explodes and publicly attacks the media. After discussing the elections, the press conference became even more heated when Perez began attacking the media and La Liga. He accused many journalists of intentionally creating negative narratives in order to damage Real Madrid. At several moments, Perez sounded extremely emotional while mentioning certain media outlets that he believed were constantly harming the club's image. He even mocked some journalists in the room by calling them Atletico Madrid supporters. That comment made the atmosphere inside the press conference far more tense and unusual. Perez also claimed there was some kind of media conspiracy against both himself and Real Madrid. He specifically mentioned radio stations SER and COPE as organizations he believed were constantly targeting the club. In several parts of the conference, Perez spent more time defending himself than explaining the reasons behind Madrid's poor performances this season. That became one of the biggest reasons why many people in Spain criticized him afterward. Many observers believed Perez failed to show proper leadership during the crisis because he focused too much on attacking outsiders. Instead of calming the situation, the press conference only made the atmosphere surrounding Madrid feel even more chaotic and paranoid. Perez brings up the Negreira case again and claims Barcelona benefited from referees. The most controversial part of the press conference came when Perez once again brought up the Negreira case involving Barcelona. He openly described the alleged payments made by Barcelona to a former Spanish refereeing official as the biggest corruption case in football history. Perez claimed Real Madrid had already prepared a 500-page investigation document that would be sent to UEFA after the season ended. According to him, the case should not remain only within Spanish football because it has major consequences for the integrity of European competitions. What made his comments even more explosive was when Perez claimed Madrid had lost many titles because of what he described as a broken system over the past 2 decades. He even said, "I only won 7 Champions Leagues and 7 league titles when it should have been 14. That sentence immediately caused a massive reaction throughout the football world. Many people believed Perez had gone too far by implying Real Madrid had been robbed for years. But for hardcore Madrid supporters, the statement was seen as bravery against a system they believe has been unfair. The situation has only intensified tensions between Barcelona and Madrid, with some reports even suggesting the rivalry could escalate into a major legal battle in the coming months. Refuses to discuss the team's poor performances and Mourinho rumors. In the middle of such a disastrous season, many people expected Perez to provide explanations regarding the team's poor performances, but the opposite happened. Whenever journalists began asking about Madrid's failures on the pitch, Perez repeatedly avoided the questions and redirected the discussion toward the club's glorious history. He continuously emphasized that Real Madrid remains the most successful and valuable club in the world. That attitude frustrated many supporters because they wanted concrete solutions, not nostalgic reminders of past success. Perez also refused to give a clear answer when asked about rumors surrounding the possible return of Jose Mourinho as the new coach to replace Álvaro Arbeloa. The rumors were already extremely intense in Spain, but instead of responding directly, Perez once again criticized the media and claimed many rumors were intentionally created to destabilize the club. That reaction only made speculation surrounding Madrid's future grow even wilder. Many analysts now believe Perez still does not truly have a clear solution for fixing the team next season. Perez says player conflicts are normal, but information leaks are more dangerous. One of the biggest issues surrounding Real Madrid this season has been rumors of internal dressing room conflict. Several reports claimed there was a major altercation between Valverde and Tchouaméni that allegedly even ended with hospital treatment. But when asked about the incident, Perez sounded surprisingly relaxed. According to him, arguments between players are completely normal in professional football because all players have highly competitive mentalities. He said players can fight today and drink coffee together the next morning. However, he claimed there was one thing far more dangerous: information leaking from the dressing room to the media. He admitted he was deeply concerned about the existence of internal figures constantly leaking the club's situation to the public. That statement immediately triggered fresh speculation that Madrid are no longer dealing with only conflicts between players, but also an internal war involving staff members and management. Many people have now started viewing Real Madrid this season as a club losing its direction, where problems on the pitch have transformed into a massive behind-the-scenes crisis. And Perez's press conference seemed to make that situation even harder to control. Florentino Perez's press conference, which was supposed to calm the situation, instead turned into another massive controversy. From conspiracy accusations, attacks on the media, bringing up the Negreira case again, to claiming many Madrid titles were stolen, everything only made Spanish football even heated. Instead of focusing on rebuilding the team after a disastrous season, Perez looked like a man at war with almost everyone around him. Now, the biggest question is this: is Florentino Perez still the right person to lead Real Madrid in this new era of football? Or was this press conference actually a sign that Madrid are entering their most chaotic period in the last decade? And in your opinion, was Perez right when he claimed Real Madrid had been treated unfairly for years? Or was this simply frustration after a completely failed season? Write your thoughts in the comments section, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more heated football discussions.